What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What are modern women waiting for? Oh my God, this is going to be crazy. All right, so what am I doing right now? I'm typing on Facebook to bring Facebook into this too. And boom! Facebook is in it. Instagram is in it. What's going on, Facebook? All right, the question on the table, a lot has been made of this. Kevin Samuels said if a woman is over 35, she's a leftover woman. Rah, 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 rah. Okay, so here's the question. First of all, for the people who didn't bother to take the time to understand what the hell I was talking about, I was talking about a concept from the communist China, where basically they said that if a woman hadn't been married by the age of 27, she is considered to be what is called a leftover woman. Okay? And the reason they had is their reasons. All right, so I said, all right, and the whole purpose, and the People's Republic of China, they are serious about this stuff. They are serious about trying to get women married. So one of the things they understood is by changing how a lot of women viewed that singleness would light a fire under. Well, if prior to 1965 in the black community we were married at a rate of 80%, it's fair to say that feminism and the like have helped women to change their view of things, right? Strong, independent, don't need no man? Fine. Then I said, well, over 35. And here's the thing, it's not me. It's what the men say. And that's the thing is, you don't like what I say, but you think it's just me talking in a damn vacuum. It's not me. It's what the men say. It's what the men think. And here's the funny part. Whether you ladies like it or not, the men think this way. I just had my women's group, right? And my folks group. And we were going over some of these questions and things like that. And I'm like, well, all right, ladies. Can you make the outcomes that you want? And here's the funny thing. Here's the thing on Facebook. I got Instagram going over here, on Facebook going over here. And what I want the men on Facebook to understand is Facebook is the trash heap of all comments. This is where angry women go to scream and holler about something that they know they can't do a damn thing about. That's why I let women just say what they want to on Facebook, because all you do is you really just show why you're where you are. So let them say whatever they want to, guys, because at the tears are starting to come out. That's why I showed yesterday Eartha Kitt and Diane Carroll. Diane Carroll talking about she'd been married 4 times and it wasn't until she was an old woman until she realized that she's a difficult person to live with. And then Eartha Kitt juxtaposed. And one of the things I ask women all the time is, what are you holding out for? What is some of y'all waiting for? Because you talk to a lot of women and it's like, well, I met someone early on and I was engaged, but I canceled the engagement or I broke off this relationship. Who the hell are y'all waiting for? Who are you waiting for? Why are so many women holding out? And gentlemen, you got to understand, they're holding out because they've been told that that they've been told to go do what you want to do, have your fun, and then when you decide to turn around and get married, there'll be plenty of men there. And unfortunately, that ain't the truth. That ain't the truth. And you got a lot of women who are coming to grips with this. You got a lot of women coming to grips with the fact that they can't do shit about this. They can talk, they can scream, they can holler, but they can't change the fact that there are no men trying to get with these women. So they get mad. Don't do that. They get mad, and I'm like, why are you mad at me? Don't get mad at me. Get mad at your outcomes. Because I will tell you, the stuff that these women write in the comment section, you hate your mama, you gay, da 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 da. Here's the funny thing: men don't care about this stuff. They'll respond to it, but men really don't care. The funny thing is, you're just showing why you're there. But the thing is, for the women who got a little bit of hope, Danger Zone! Danger Zone is 27 to 35. When you need to focus like a laser on the outcomes you want. All right, what are you holding out for? Because the later you go in life, the fewer options you get. The fewer options you get, they're waiting for what? What are you waiting for? So here's the thing. I'll allow you on Facebook to tell me, what the hell are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Allow our viewers to request. So if you want to join me on this and tell all the men what you're waiting for, feel free. Because guys really want to know why y'all think y'all have so many options. Why y'all think y'all have so many options? And why you all think that it's just up to you. It's up to you and up to you and up to you. Really? Why is it up to you? Because I'm gonna tell you, I talk to women around the country, and just like when I was talking to the women in the focus group, you can say one thing, but can you produce the other? Let's see, Facebook over here. All right, if you want to be on camera with me, you can send a request, and then after I'll see if I can approve your request, and we'll kind of go from there. Because whether you agree, whether you understand or not, the goal is to get women. Women are bitter. I think women are scared. I think women are scared. Well, I know women are scared. They're scared, and then they don't understand how to get a different outcome. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Kevin?
I'm all right. How old are you?
I am 40 years old.
All right. So, what did you want to discuss?
I hear everything you're saying, but I just don't understand why it seems like you're saying like it's a requirement to be married. Like, why is that the standard? Why is it?
Whoever said it's a requirement to be married? What did I ever say that?
I said that's what it seems like.
Okay, well, it's a requirement to be able to take care of yourself and not rely upon anything from the system or the government until you die.
Correct.
For you or whomever you're talking about, can you pay for your life through death without getting a dime out of the system?
Absolutely.
Then marriage ain't a requirement. But what percentage of women can do that?
All percentages, if they actually put their...
Not all percentages, man. See, let's do, stop. What I don't do is I don't talk about fanciful stuff. I don't care about what's possible. I talk about what's probable. Most people are average. So I don't want to talk about, it doesn't help us to talk about these people over here. What percentage of women can do what you're talking about?
We'll do that. There's not a lot.
What percentage would you say?
I really can't say. You know, that's an answer I don't have. I know.
But what do you guess? But what do you guess? Because you asked me why is marriage a requirement, and I told you why anything is required, and you're not answering. You don't have to have the exact number, but what percentage? Just ballpark it.
If I had to guess, I would say just if I took a percentage based on the women in my life or the women I interact with, that number is probably a lot higher now than what it used to be. So I think this
Word
is
salad. Word. Just give me a number, please.
35%.
35%. 74% of black women make $50,000 or less. 74%. 3 out of 4 black women make $50,000 or less. That is not enough money to live on until the end of your days without requiring any money from the system.
Agreed.
So where's the money going to come from if it doesn't come from a husband and a family?
I'm not saying it has to come from that. What I'm stating is it is possible. You know, will and can they are two different things.
See, that's the beautiful thing about being a man. We deal in reality. Women tend to deal in will and possible, and it's special snowflakes. That ain't how men think. Marriage has been a requirement for women on this planet because men make most of the money. Men do the jobs that make the most money. Women choose jobs that pay based upon what they like to do, but they can't afford to pay for themselves worldwide. And they're bankrupting economies because you have single women who are florists and dog walkers who can't afford to pay for themselves in these Western countries. And when they reach retirement age, they have no savings.
But I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that men aren't given the opportunity for those jobs to provide that. Women aren't.
What do you mean given the opportunity? Women can choose to go do the dirty, dangerous jobs that pay the most money. They don't.
Okay. There are women that have attempted to, but when they.
What are you talking about? Okay, ma'am.
When given the opportunity, they're more than likely.
How are you saying given the opportunity? How are women being okay? This is what men dislike. Women want equality. Okay, but if you want equality, just like you want to have the opportunity to be the CEO, you have to also have the same opportunity and go do the goddamn ditch digging, and the oil wells and the coal mines, and the jobs that pay the money. See, man, what it comes down to is if you are going to, a person has to pay for themselves, and can most women afford to pay for themselves? To the end of days, elder medical care, everything else, when they are retired, can they?
I think we already answered that.
The answer is no. So that's why marriage is a requirement. That's why marriage is a requirement, because if you can't afford to pay for it, who's going to? I think women hope that the government will do it, but the government is funded by the people. You know where women are going to end up? Where they're ending up right now, ma'am. Homeless. Dying on the streets. Man, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like it. Do your own research. You cannot, unless you are making enough money to pay for yourself through the end of your days, you need another income and somebody to share the load with.
I don't see why that's a woman thing and not just a humanity thing. It's a woman thing for you. You say that like
I don't care, man. I mean, because I'm talking to women. And here's the thing. I don't understand why women like you don't just accept the fact that what we're saying matters. Women have always needed men to get through. You don't choose to do the job to make the money.
Say women like me because you don't know what type of woman I am.
I know what kind of woman. Okay, I know the woman I've talked to on the phone, and you're doing this word salad voodoo. You're not really trying to have a good faith conversation. You asked, and I said, because most women don't make enough money.
Okay.
Then you want to put it on, they're not given a chance to, which is a bull crap argument. That women can do whatever they choose to, they're just not choosing to.
It's true, whether you accept it or not, it's true. But that's fine. You have your opinion, I have mine.
That's not, but see, the difference is between your opinion and my facts, the difference between your opinion and my facts is your opinion serves you and women like you. My facts let women know that you have a future ending up on where? Who's going to pay for it? In the West is not set up for elderly singles. The care for elderly people has always fallen majority of responsibility to the family. Social Security was meant to supplement your retirement. People are working paycheck to paycheck. There is no retirement. So if there is no retirement and there is no family, and someone has to live, that's what it comes down to. So my question to you is, why are so many women today so anti-marriage when the average woman can't afford to pay for herself?
I can't say why women are anti-marriage. Like I said, myself and the women that I in my life aren't anti-marriage at all. We just would like to find a good man to be wed with. But
a good man. A good man. I want you, a good man to do what?
I'm sorry. What you
A
said?
good man to be wed with. Go ahead.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I just believe, everybody's definition of good or bad is different. But I believe, and I'm only speaking on things for myself. Like that's why I said different opportunities, because I do. One of my businesses is a business that primarily is, ran by a male, and I've been in situations where it was not given to me because it was between me and a male, and I was more qualified than that male.
Happens all the time. Happens to men too, man.
I understand. That's why I'm speaking on that.
Happens to men too.
I'm just speaking on that, saying that, what you were saying, like women like me. It's not. I'm speaking on my truth.
I mean, I hope my truth dies this year. There is the truth. And what men hear when you're talking, honestly, is word salad. We want to be married to a man who was a good man, how old are you, by the way? How old did you say?
40 years old.
You haven't run across a good man worth being married to in 40 years?
I've ran across good men.
Worth being married to?
For me personally, no. Well, it's just other reasons. Like, they may have been worthy of being married to, but there were other things that I said, I don't know if I want to go that route.
As long as you can pay, man, here's the thing, as long as you and women who hold out can pay, no one really cares. So my question is, if you think like that, you haven't found a man that's good enough to be married to, and you're waiting for a man who's good enough to be married to, the older you get, the less likely that's going to happen. Why be concerned with what's going on in relationship conversations if you're effectively out of the market?
I believe I'm out of the market. I just believe that
the men get to choose that. The men get to decide that, whether you like it or not. You can be in the market, just like, but if the kind of men you want aren't picking women like you, then you're out of the market for the men you want.
Like I said, I still believe that, which I'm sure you'll have some rebuttal on this, but I believe that when the time is right, God will send the right man.
God has nothing to do with this. Marriage is a natural choice. Don't put this off on my God. God don't have to. God, here's the problem I have. That first of all, I'm a Christian. Number one, number two, we have some of the most non-Christian, ungodly, living women talking about God sending them a blessing. You can't do that. You can't make it God when you're not following Him.
One thing, with all due respect, I listen to you the entire time you're speaking, and I don't interrupt. And you've interrupted me a couple of times.
I'm going to continue to do that because I'm running 2 different shows. I can do that.
Okay, I just thought respect from both ends should come both ways.
But see, the thing, it's not disrespect. I'm running a show. I have to stay on task. And see, if you don't want to be cut off, don't come on someone's show. I have to, and I'm also going to correct things and keep on task because, I'm sorry, people have a tendency to ramble about stuff that's not on topic or even on the question.
I wasn't. If you would give me the opportunity to even finish.
I've given you more. I've given you an opportunity, man. But at this point, it's just becoming combative. Man, if you ask the question, why is marriage a requirement? It's a requirement for people who don't make enough money. That's what it is. That's always going to be, and it's not going to change. If you're unmarried and you say you haven't run across a man that's worth being married to, or whatever words by 40, great. The less likely you're going to happen the older you get. But as long as you can pay for yourself, it doesn't matter. But here's the reality to all women. This is the reality you're having trouble, not you, but women having trouble dealing with. Men get to decide who gets married. Because the men that women tend to want something for their money. And the women who tend to have the biggest issue with me are women who are still in the market and they can't get what they want.
That doesn't apply to me, but I hear you.
So so you can get what you want?
is, if that's what my focus is. That's for me.
Can you get what you want?
Actually, put my mind. I can get anything or anyone that I want.
Do you want to be married?
But my thing is,
do you want to be married?
I have a different vision.
Do you want to be married?
Yes, one day I would.
By what one day when? Approximately.
I don't know, when I'm done building this thing that I'm building.
Okay, so when you're done building, then you want to get married, and you believe you can get married to the kind of man you want to get married to.
I believe I can.
But to date, in 40 years, you ain't run across it.
No. I've crossed potentials, but I've had different situations for why I thought maybe it was not the time.
Okay, well, good luck with that, but if it ain't happened in 40 years, you ain't run across him. I don't know why you feel so optimistic it's going to happen in the next 40, but hey, hope springs eternal.
I'm sure.
All right, hope springs eternal. And this is the thing, women talk so much stuff about, I can. Y'all are deluded. Possibility versus probability. I can do what I want to.